everyone.
Hello.
Hey, today I'm gonna share some inspiration I got from my daughter.
You're gonna love this video.
Trash into treasures. My daughter had her 13th birthday, and we had decorations up, and she said, "What should I do with these? Do you want to keep them to scrapbook them?" And it's crepe paper, you know, streamers. And I was like, no. And then I started thinking about it. Yeah, I do. I kind of like this. And I just thought, well, what can I do with this? And I just started playing with it. I ran it through my paper crimper. I did all sorts of stuff with it. So I came up with 3 little projects. And so I want to share them with you.
And how cool is it that you can use the actual crepe paper that you used at the party, and it will match the pictures that you took at the party.
Oh, that's great!
And you can get 2 rolls of these for like $1.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cheap.
It's very fun.
I like things that are cheap.
And except for the very ends, you can reuse this. If you do hang it up at a party, you totally can reuse it. So here's my first little item I made. And it's a little flower. And I knew this would speak to Donna. It's a little wrinkled and everything. You know, it reminds me of the peonies or like a rose or something. I liked the texture.
I love it.
Yeah.
So all I did was cut some circles using my scalloped scissors.
Okay.
And I'll show you how I did that. I folded it and folded it so I can cut like 3 at a time.
Okay.
I'm going to trim that. And then I'm just going to cut a circle. I have some circle punches, and my circle punches didn't like the crepe paper a whole lot.
Okay.
It's a little thin, and even doubling it up, it wasn't loving the crepe paper.
Okay, so large
They
scallop
don't
scissors.
play well together.
So then I just glued the layers together.
Okay.
I cut about 9 of these in different sizes. And then I put a jewel in the center. I glued each one to the next, and then I put a jewel in the center and just wrinkled it up. And that's how I made the little flower.
Very cute and super duper
So
simple.
sweet.
Yes. So then I made some fringe too. And this would be cute around a party hat or around a layout or on a card or. And this was really simple, and I love it.
Yeah.
So cute. I'm not sure how I'm going
And
to...
when she brought it out, I thought that she was going to say, I'm going to make something like this, like she had purchased this. I did not think that this was what she had actually... It's really nice.
I made it. And it was so easy. So what I did was I cut 2 pieces of crepe paper. I did pink and white, just like my daughter's party. And I just folded it. And, you know, to make it a tad smaller. And then I cut it on my trimmer. And I guess you could cut it with scissors too. But I liked how it got it so nice and even. So then I cut the 2 strips of crepe paper in half to make it a little smaller. And you don't have to cut it if you want it a little bigger. And then I layered it. I went white, pink, white. And I sewed all the way down. I just did a basic straight stitch all the way down.
Right down the center?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't pin it or glue it or anything. I just sewed. And it took like all of 10 seconds.
Okay.
So this is what it looks like after I sewed it. And as I sewed it, it kind of gathered it. And I thought, oh,
That's cool.
that's even better. And this took literally like 20 seconds to stitch it.
Okay.
And, you know, it's sewn, so you can actually trim it apart, and it'll hold good enough, you know. And then I was watching the news and listening, and I was just watching TV, and I sat there and I trimmed it like this. And that's how long it took. And it just wasn't a big deal. And you could sit here and trim it at your kid's baseball game, or at gymnastics practice. And then I just kind of fanned it apart and bent it.
And then it ended up like this. Oh, that is the coolest thing. I love this technique.
Thank you.
Love it, love
really
it.
love
So you can do any colors.
I know. But I really love this pink vintage look.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
And this was so cheap. It was so cheap.
We really like cheap.
I like cheap. So that's how I made the little fringe. So the next thing I'm going to make is this little embellishment. And I thought this could go on a page or on the front of a hat. And I was inspired to do this from kind of like a ribbon. You know how it always has that ribbon around the edge.
Ribbon. Yeah.
So what I did was I took it depends on how full you want it, you know, how big you want it. And I took a full piece of crepe paper, about 18 inches long. And it was really big. When I ended up making it, it was really large. And if you want a large circle, that's fine. I wanted a little smaller. So what I did was I took my Deco Edge scallop scissors, the Clouds by Fiskars, and I trimmed off the edge a little bit. And it made it shorter, you know, so it wasn't quite as wide.
Mm-hmm.
And then I needed to gather it. Like I played with my paper crimper and I tried gluing it and I tried all these things. And I just broke down with the needle and thread. Or you could do it on a sewing machine with a really loose tension and you can gather it. But I thought it was just as easy to take my needle and thread and just stitch like this.
Okay.
You get a super close up of it. Just up and down.
Yep. And then when you pull it through, it gathers.
Oh.
And then you go all the way around and connect to the other side.
Okay.
And you end up with this. So here's a finished one. And it's just sewn together. And then I used my scalloped punch. I have a 2-inch scalloped punch.
This is Stampin' Up! Punch, right? Oh, EK Success.
EK Success, the whale of a punch. Paper shapers. And then I put that in the middle. And then I found some more. This is my mind's eye, and it's glittery. And I punched out another circle. And then I added a little gem in the middle. And then I added a few sequins. I like these star sequins. I'm all into stars right now. I have no idea why. And so I just added a few stars around the border. And that's how I made that.
Oh my goodness.
And so this is the finished product. I like it. It's very vintagey.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, it screams like birthday party.
I'm totally going to steal that idea.
Okay.
I love that.
It's not thievery if you ask.
I'm going to make a banner and put these throughout the banner.
Cute. On a banner.
Yes.
So cute.
So that's what I did with crepe paper. 3 little things.
I will never look at crepe paper the same.
Yeah, and you can pick these up. Any store has crepe paper. I had a good time.
I'm going to go buy some tomorrow.
I have a whole drawer of it at home.
You have some already?
Yes.
Love it.
So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this and have some new ideas.
Have fun.
Yes. Okay, we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Three little things.
I will never look at crepe paper the same again.
I love it. It's so, it's just
Is
so
this going to go on your banner? Too?
Oh, that could be the top of the banner.
Gosh, on the top of the flag.
Oh, idea.
Johanna. Johanna, I'll go.
Okay, come do it with us. Come.
And 1, 2, 3.
Are you clapping at me or with me?
We're laughing at you.
Oh, she says with me, you say at me.
I'm in a depressive mood, from gray to the most brilliant blue. Shape every tear into a candy sky.
Okay, so what do you, Who do you want to be? This is a Brachiosaurus.
I want to be the pterodactyl.